Welcome to the Powers of Mind Hour. I'm Brother Malcolm. I want to welcome all of you to the Enlightenism channel, a new way to think and live, a new way to think of yourself, to investigate and work in your mind to change how you think and live, to go beyond the information that others taught you about who you are and the greater power, to create a new awareness of being of yourself with power. I call it going beyond illusory knowledge of God to where God is, and God is in you as consciousness, whole, perfect, and complete. You don't need to study a lot of things to discover this power that I am talking about to change your life. You have to be willing to let go of what you have been taught by other people and to believe that what you have been taught is the truth about you and the world. And to understand very clearly that all that we have been taught by others were created by others. It had nothing to do with divine self-knowledge. It had something to do with illusory knowledge of humans creating something. You can have faith in God, but what God are you having faith in? The one other people told you about, or the one you know for yourself? And when I say know for yourself, I'm not talking about as a victim, believing that you're having conversations with God when you're actually having conversation with the information that people taught you about God. To get out of the pain and suffering of generational victimization and powerlessness. Overcome all of these illusions about race and color and all of these things. The system that you see outside of you was created by human beings. And it had nothing to do with God. It had nothing to do with divine self-knowledge. It had something to do with the ignorance about what is happening in the world, and they're trying to find out how to define the world, how to define people, how to define a role, how to create a society. Human beings did it. God had nothing to do with it. Moses wrote the first 5 chapters of the Bible. Books of the Bible, whatever you want to call them. Books, chapters, or whatever. A human being did it. A human being, a man did it. And then the man has to say he got the information from God. And I'm not saying to any of you today that you should, think that I am talking about I'm an atheist, an agnostic or something. Let's get one thing clear. I'm not. I have a different interpretation of God. And my interpretation of God is that God is inside of me, not in another place. And heaven is in me if I can let go of the hellish beliefs that I have picked up along the way about who I am and how other people in the world and are in the world, and overcome the hatred that drives us to live the way that we are living today. So yes, make no mistake about it. I believe in God, but not the God of illusory knowledge, but the God that is in me and in you and in all life. That I call that God consciousness. And on the inward journey in your mind, if you're willing to let go and search within yourself, get on what I call the inward journey, then God will reveal the divine self-knowledge you need at the time to overcome the illusory knowledge that you're using to live your life. There can never be any peace in this world, not with the knowledge that we're using. It is impossible to have peace in the world, because the knowledge we use to create the world is an illusion. It's not seeing things the way they are. We're not perceiving ourselves the way we are. We're not perceiving the world the way that it is. We are given illusory interpretations to what we see. Hence, somebody defining me as a black person or an African American. Where did it come from? Somebody said, well, look, people that look like you came from Africa. So you're in Africa and you're living in America. Somebody else came from Europe. Okay? They're Europeans. They came from Europe. They have a different skin color. Now, how do I interpret the skin color? That's what the world is saying. So they start giving it a color. White, black, and so forth. Made it up. Made up colors. Made up race. Now, we are born into a world that has been created with illusory knowledge. We enter the world, and then they teach us this knowledge. And then we accept it. And we don't question anything. Except what we question sometimes is we would like things to be better. We would like people to change things. But then we think some things are sacrosanct. We don't want to question anything about God because people say, you don't have any faith. You don't have any faith. When someone says to me now, you don't have any faith in God. And I said, what do you mean? You don't have any faith in the scriptures of God. No, I don't. I have faith in the understanding that I have divine self-knowledge in me of God. And the faith that I put in the God of illusory knowledge, I'm carrying on the illusion. I'm carrying on what somebody created. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. We separate ourselves from the God consciousness with the knowledge that we're using. We have made the choice, whether we're aware of it or not, to choose the God we heard about rather than the one we've discovered in ourselves. Heaven is in you. Heaven is in you. But so is hell. Heaven and hell are states of mind that exist in you. It's not a place. It's not a place. There's not going to be a body burning in eternal hell. Bodies don't burn. You're going to leave this body here and it's going to decompose. It's going to go away. Return to the earth from whence it came. But I'm talking about another power, folks, that never dies. And that power is in you. And that power is the God consciousness within you that's been with you on this journey. Look within yourself. Take some time to stop complaining about who you are and how powerless you are. Take a moment to have the audacity to look within yourself and see what you discover. And I guarantee you, you will feel an insight. An insight will instantly enter into your life. Follow that insight within yourself. Trust yourself. I'm Brother Malcolm. Check out the book Enlightenism. It's the foundation that leads to it's the book that leads to the inward journey in you. Have a great day. Check back with me. Be sure to subscribe to the broadcast.